Hiya, kids. Hiya.
Hey, I'm going to sit on this side today.
I think you should.
Just to make it a little different.
Remember the Andy Devine show, Our Gang? There's probably not many people in this room who know anything of what I'm talking about.
Andy
It's an
Devine.
old TV show that was on Saturday mornings. It was a kids show. It was on a network show in Boston, and they had this. They had this one guy who was. He was a frog, and he'd come on and Andy would say, "Plunk your magic twang," and Froggy would come out and go, "Hiya, kids, hiya." That's where that comes from.
That's where that comes from?
Shall we go on?
It was brilliant. Best job I ever had. If you can pinpoint an actor's big break, that would be mine. It was the first time that I was the lead of such a big thing. Well, not something that we knew was going to be that big at the time, but we've talked a lot about this. The idea that our input mattered. To head up a franchise, something that became a franchise, and it was me. It wasn't like you were actually technically playing some kind of character. It was, or just a voice because it was full body motion capture. It was just like doing a movie or a television series. And as Andy Serkis always says, the only difference is we wore digital makeup, rather than the traditional stuff. So it was brilliant.
I would have to absolutely agree.
Yes, you would.
Best job I ever had, and because of all those things that we were given so much leeway, and our input was requested. It wasn't. If you feel like it was. If you guys have any ideas, go ahead and do it. If it's not going to work, we'll just not do that. We'll cut that out. But do what you guys feel like you want to do in scenes, and feel comfortable with changing lines, changing words, whatever. It's all right. Am I banging on the table?
No, he didn't press record.
Well, in case you missed it. Hiya. That's what I was going to say. No. Yes, sir.
So, firstly, happy belated birthday to you. I think your birthday's coming up in a few days as well.
Yeah.
So you've got
Tuesday.
Wednesday.
Wednesday, 31st.
Yeah, Wednesday. Halloween.
Well, it's Wednesday in the
Halloween.
States.
Yeah.
Isn't it a different day here? No. I'm kidding. Yeah, Wednesday.
Question, coming from being a journalist to being one of the best sort of voiceover guys in the gaming industry, how did you find that change over, and how did you manage
There's a
to do
lot
it?
less work. Yeah, I mean, it was. I went to college for journalism, then I got a graduate degree in it, and then I was for a year. But like doing this kind of journalism would have appealed to me. This kind of stuff, but I was covering murders and suicides and public hearings. It was like just
The fun stuff.
yeah, Senate primaries. Hiya. That's going to be the recurring theme here. No, but it was horrible. It was just horrible, and I remember there was one story I did when Betty Rubble became a Flintstone vitamin, and I went to the factory where they had it, and it was like kind of a fun thing, and they had a cutout, and I did the stand-up piece with the cutout, and I remember thinking, that's fun, and I was like, this is terrible. What am I doing? The Betty Rubble story's my highlight reel? Yeah. So that was something that, moving into acting in general, I actually, my first thing when I left that, I went into doing theater and stand-up. I just had to do something where I could just be fun or funny, just something that, no money, and I was happier. I was broke, but I was happy, and then, now I'm here.
Thanks.
22 years later.
Thanks.
Both of you in your careers as well. Both.
What do you think? Just
My entire career is a surprise to me. It's amazing. I mean, a surprise and a delight. I don't want to disillusion anybody. I just barely know what I'm doing, but somehow it works.
I've been blessed.
Yeah.
I don't know how I got here, honestly. And I mean, I don't want that to sound sappy or corny, but I really don't. The one thing I love about everything, I just always like to play make-believe. And to be able to get paid to do it, Right now with Troy Baker and I have started Retro Replay, and we're not making a dime doing that, and we're having a ball. And it's like we hope to one day. That's not I mean, but we're having a ball. But yeah, everything's everything's a process. There's no mistakes. Everything happens for a reason. I love, like you said, I have all races, male, female, doesn't matter. That's my theme music. Hold on, wait, the guy with the trumpet's coming. There he is. But no, it's great, and that's one of the things that I love about voiceover so much, because I do have on-camera stuff. I'm probably going to do a movie, I think, a little small part in a movie in the beginning of the year. But the voiceover stuff, I can be a male, I can be female, I can be a Hispanic, black, white. It doesn't matter, and it's not racist, it's not sexist. I can be a creature, and it doesn't really have a gender, and it's
They're the most fun.
See, I can't do that though, unless I gargle glass. So it's brilliant, and I want to keep doing it, and I appreciate everybody because if it weren't for the fans, and again this sounds hokey and corny, but seriously, if it weren't for the fans, I wouldn't even be here.
Right.
Somebody's got to watch this. Somebody's got to like it. So
Yeah. Especially like it.
Yeah.
They can watch it and go, next.